Alright, welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki, of course, being an onomatopoeia for heartbeat. And when does your heart beat faster? When you're in love. So last time, I told Sayori that we loved her, that we'd beef there for her. We would beef there for her. And today, the day of the festival, is going to be our first date, so to speak. So, this is day 6. It's the day of the festival. This is the day that everything gets kicked into 12th gear. This is the day that the dial gets cranked up to 11. This is when the clock strikes 13. I did that out of order, but who cares? This is where the camel's back breaks. This is when the butterfly destroys the piano. This game is not for those who are easily disturbed. Okay. Just saying that. Okay. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, or talk to her parents, who totally exist, but that's decided that's a bit too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. Yeah. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. Mace! By the way, music volume is up. It's not off. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she's prepared. They must be the ones she prepared that has... Oh. There's another typo. It should be have. It shouldn't be has. It must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't take Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd tried a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. Yeah. Somebody, this was online, it was on like a Tumblr or something. Somebody likened depression to having everything taste like mashed potatoes, no matter what you do. It's like having no sense of taste. And not only having no sense of taste, but resigning yourself that no matter what you do, everything you eat is going to taste like mashed potatoes. And then people will be like, well, why didn't you add pepper? Why didn't you add spice? But they don't understand that no matter what you do, no matter what you add, everything's going to taste like mashed potatoes. So then you stop trying to make anything taste any different. It's not that simple. Yeah. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Haha. You should take a little responsibility for her, Mace. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monika, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone else yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Ah? Monika's being as friendly as usual. For some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid down on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. You know, oh, man, okay. I'm just going to take a screenshot of... I mean, I'm going to stop taking screenshots of things that are significant, because at this point, everything is significant. But that was a fourth wall break right there. Hang on. Crap, go back. Something like this will definitely help the people take the club more seriously. It's more about... It's not about the club that's in the game. It's about the game itself. And... I mean, obviously that's significant. Okay. But I think this is the last day that I'm going to be taking... I might take screenshots in the future. Things that are like, oh, look at that. Things like that that are still fourth wall breaks and things. I don't know. Whatever. Words. I flip through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flip through Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Percent. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish reading this poem. Before I finish writing this poem. Of all the poems that mess up, a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this for future reference. Now, I don't need to take a screenshot of the whole thing. This line sort of has a double meaning. It's easy to assume that that is addressing me, but it could also be addressing the she that she's talking about. Same with this line. This line could be addressing the she she's talking about. Okay. What is this? Reading the poem and get a pit in my stomach. Mace? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monika calls that out after me. Quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least, to wait for her or to help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs. That's all I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. This game is not for those who are easily disturbed. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. This game is not for children. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? This day is the thing that I call the event, capitalized. This is the turning point of the story. This is the part of the game that you need to start taking that trigger warning seriously. It's not for those who are easily disturbed. It's not for those... it's not for children. This game is something else. Just so you know... In any case, just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? She really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sit. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Yet I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, remained friends with her like it always has been, I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. Just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. Or is it? Dun, 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 dun. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Oh, I guess you still can... Okay, I'm gonna keep... I've never tried this before. What happens if you try to load a game? Hey! Haha! Ooh! Okay! Hey! Oh! Well... Actually... Come on, load the damn folder. Thank you. The game is not lying, by the way. If you go to your Doki Doki Literature Club installation folder, you can find the character files. There's one missing. Okay. There's also the traceback TXT, which it mentioned us. Restart top context. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna turn down the volume of the game. Save file starting. Uh-oh. Oh, hang on. Hold your horses. Oh, all the game files are gone. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Sorry, but I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. While running game code, file renpy, start renpy, whatever, blah blah blah, restart top context. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec, I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this difficult. Haha, well here goes nothing. Full traceback. Code. And then it's all garbledygook. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. And it's just the same thing again. Greedy equals greedy. So now you know. This game is way more than just a creepy dating sim. It is multiple levels. Also, there's this. Is there anything else? Characters. Wasn't there a script? Oh, I don't know. There's a... I don't know if this is it. No, I guess not. Probably shouldn't have opened that. Never mind. I didn't do it. But yeah, so that's day... That's that. Can I go back to the main menu? No, main menu. Yes, please lose my progress. We'll get into that next time. That's day 7 that we'll do next time. I sort of want that to be separate. This is actually the first time that you see that Monika is wearing dark thigh-high stockings rather than white stockings, because her character model is moved back, or rather her sprite is moved back to where Sayori's was, and it's, you know, corrupted with the other two. But hers is the most clear and defined. She's also not out of focus like she is here. And of course, this is what's left of the new game button. Help! Okay. Oh, don't Firefox update. I think the help file is just gonna tell me how to play the game, but, you know, I just... Yeah, it's just playing the game. Alright, well... I'm gonna call that episode there. I think that's good for day 6. Like I said, want to keep that separate. I'm gonna call that the end of day 6. Thank you very much for watching. Join me with day 7, where everything will be back to normal. Alright, see ya.